Hello. And yeah, I've got some news. So I am pregnant. Can you see that?
Closer. What?
What? So I found out on Friday, and it is now Monday, and I did a digital test, but the battery's gone now. But it did say pregnant 1 to 2 weeks. So I'm pregnant, and I'm feeling happy, slightly scared. I've already got symptoms. And yeah, it's the start of a new journey where I'm growing a life inside me. Can you believe it? Like I'm growing something, I'm growing a baby inside me. Yeah, so this is it. This will be videos into the journey of my pregnancy. What do you feel?
Fine. It's not sunken yet.
I've got a midwife appointment on Thursday at 11:20. So that will be my first appointment with like somebody, and just trying to figure out what to do next because I don't really know. But I've been peeing loads. I have sore boobs. I did have cramp, not so much anymore. I'm so tired these days. And yeah, I think that's all. And I've got slightly sore back, lower back. But yeah, so quite early to have these symptoms. But I guess my body is trying to adjust, and it's taking a lot of energy trying to grow this baby right now because it's like the size of a sesame seed right now.
So tell me the first time you found that you're pregnant.
I missed my period on the 29th. And it was the first day.
Of what?
29th of March. And
2017.
And I decided just randomly, I didn't really think anything of it. I didn't even think I was pregnant, to take a test. And it was a cheap test because it was like three pregnancy strips for like £1, and it was like, it wasn't even like this, it was just a piece of paper. There was nothing at the end of it or nothing like that. It was really cheap. And I took the first test, and a very faint line came up, and I was very confused. And I thought, maybe it's just a mistake. Am I not? So then I left it, and I took another one of those cheap tests the next morning, because I took that original the very first test really late at night. It must have been like 8 at night or something, 4 or 5. It was late at night anyway. So I took the test the next morning, and it turned out that it was another faint line, and I was like, oh my god, right? I was like thinking again, is this real? Like, is it just a cheap test? So then I just left it, and I thought, right, okay, I'll test it on the Friday morning. So the Friday morning, I had one of these super drug tests left over, and I thought, right, I'll test it with a proper one. And then I did it in the morning, and it came up with this line. And I still didn't really believe it. I don't know why, because it's kind of clear as day now that it's like a proper line. Because I've used these tests last month, and I never got any line whatsoever. But I still kind of really didn't believe it. But then I kind of thought, am I? So then I decided to buy these digital ones. And these ones are brutal. They kind of tell you if you're not pregnant, it just says not pregnant. So I was like, okay, I'll take one of these. So I bought this at lunch. Comes in a 2-pack. And I decided after lunch I kind of needed to pee. So I was like, oh, I'll just take this with me and try it. So then I did this at work, and this was a Friday afternoon, around about like 2:30. And I did it, and I waited in the toilet cubicle at work, and then I had the wee egg timer thing come up, and I had to wait a few minutes, and then suddenly it came up, pregnant. That was the first thing it said, and I was like, and I put my hand in my mouth and I couldn't even think. I just couldn't believe it. And then I had to wait another few minutes, and then underneath the word pregnant it said 1 to 2 weeks, and I again went and then I was in shock, and then I had to go back to my desk and pretend nothing had happened. And she knew at this point, that I did, that I bought these tests, so she knew I was going to do it at one point. And then I told her later on in the afternoon after work, when we were getting ready to go out for her leaving dinner, that I was pregnant. It was real. And I showed her the test, and she was crying and gave me a hug. And yeah, it was nice. And now, yeah. So that's how I found out I was pregnant. And then I texted baby when I came back to my test, and he said he didn't believe me. And then he said, "What does this mean?" And that's it. Anyway, I'm signing off. I'll speak to you after my midwife appointment. Bye.